Hello and welcome to HEA 603, the history and philosophy of health education and promotion. My name is Professor Bibi Rabindranath, and it is both a privilege and a pleasure to welcome you to our course. Whether you're a beginning graduate student or continuing your academic journey, I want you to know that I am excited to learn with you throughout this semester. Health education is much more than teaching people about healthy behaviors. It is a profession built upon history, philosophy, research, ethics, advocacy, and an unwavering commitment to improving the health and well-being of individuals and communities. During the coming months, we'll explore how our profession developed, where it stands today, and where it is headed in the future. Every profession has a history. Every profession has pioneers. Every profession has a philosophy. This course explores how health education became one of the most important professions in improving individual and community health. Before we begin, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I have devoted nearly 4 decades to education, beginning my teaching career in 1987. Throughout those years, I've had the opportunity to teach students from many different backgrounds and educational levels, and one lesson has remained constant. Every student is capable of learning when they are encouraged, challenged, and supported. I earned both my Bachelor's of Science and Master of Art degrees in Health Education and Promotion from Lehman College, and I continue to pursue opportunities for professional growth as both an educator and a health education specialist. In addition to teaching at the college level, I am also the founder and director of Bibi Shirung Center, where I have had the privilege of helping students develop confidence, strengthen their academic skills, and achieve their educational goals. Teaching has never simply been a profession for me. It has always been a calling. There is nothing more rewarding than watching students discover their potential and apply their knowledge to improve the lives of others. I am currently an adjunct lecturer at Lehman College, where I've been teaching AGA 603 going on to 4 years now, I believe. As I stated before, I'm also the founder and director of Bibi Shirung Center LLC in the Wakefield section of the Bronx. You can find me on Google. As I stated before, my teaching career spans almost 4 decades. I have taught a wide range of curricula to students of diverse backgrounds. I myself am originally from South America, but have been living here in New York City for over 2.5 decades. I love living here because of the diversity, and I see myself in all of my students. I am an avid learner, scholar, and I believe that we never stop learning throughout our lifetime. There's always something new to discover. Many students initially assume that this course is simply about memorizing dates, names, or historical events. While history is certainly an important component, this course is much more than that. Our profession exists because generations of educators, researchers, physicians, community leaders, and advocates believed that education could improve health outcomes. As future professionals, understanding that history allows us to appreciate why we practice the way we do today. Throughout the semester, we'll examine major philosophical movements, influential organizations, landmark legislation, professional ethics, planning models, leadership, and the evolving role of the health education specialist. My hope is that by the end of this course, you won't simply understand the profession, you'll appreciate, its purpose and recognize the important role each of you can play in improving the health of your communities. Health education has helped increase life expectancy, reduce the spread of infectious diseases, improve maternal and child health, encourage healthier lifestyles, and empower communities to make informed decisions. This course explores how those achievements became possible and how you can contribute to the profession's future. So, why should we study the history of health education and promotion? Well, first, it helps us to understand how and why the profession developed, what gaps it filled in our society, and we also learn from history about the successes, the failures, and the challenges. We can therefore implement the success stories and not repeat what didn't work. We understand also how to overcome challenges. It also helps us to prepare for future leadership and health education. It also connects the past developments to current public health issues. Our journey begins with the history and philosophy that shaped our profession. Can understanding the past help us create a healthier future? We continue with the narrative of how our beliefs, values, and worldviews help to shape our practice. Why do people change some health behaviors but not others? We'll examine the theories and planning models that continue to guide health education practice. You'll discover the many roles and responsibilities of today's health education specialist. What does it truly mean to be a health education specialist? We'll explore the many settings where health educators serve, from schools and colleges to healthcare systems, work sites, and communities. Where can health education have the greatest impact? We'll become familiar with the agencies, associations, and organizations that influence health promotion around the world. How do organizations shape the health of entire populations? Research is the foundation of evidence-based practice. You'll learn how professional literature informs the decisions we make every day. How do we know whether a health intervention actually works? Together, we'll examine the future trends and consider where our profession is heading. Finally, we'll reflect on what you've learned as you complete your final assessments and prepare for the next stage of your professional journey. What challenges will the next generation of health educators face? How will you use what you've learned to improve the lives of others? As someone who was widely regarded as an icon of moral leadership, democracy, and social justice once said, and I quote, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Nelson Mandela. In this course, you will learn what constitutes ethical and professional behavior, code of conduct, and protocols of health education specialists. You'll also learn about leadership, advocacy, and health promotion. And as you can see at the bottom here, I have a picture of the textbook you will be using. This course is delivered entirely online through Brightspace. Although we wouldn't meet in a traditional classroom, I want our learning experience to remain interactive and engaging. Each module has been carefully organized to help you succeed. You'll complete readings, participate in discussion boards, analyze current research, complete quizzes and assignments, and apply course concepts to real-world public health issues. Please read each module carefully and pay close attention to assignment instructions and due dates. One piece of advice I often give students is this: Start your assignments early. Don't wait until the last minute. You'll have 8 learning modules, 5 discussion board forums, 10 quizzes based on each chapter of the textbook. You have 2 projects and extra reading in addition to your textbook. Please stay on top of deadlines in Brightspace. This is a picture of what your homepage will look like. A few tips on how to be successful in this course. Read announcements. I sometimes give general feedback on your work here. Or if someone has a question and I believe the answer will be useful to everyone, I may post it as an announcement. So you never know what pops up here. As a student myself, I believe in planning my work. My advice, speaking from years of studies, is to start assignments early so you have ample time to plan and review your work before submitting. Don't forget, I'm always here to answer your questions. No question is a stupid one. If you're not certain about anything, feel free to call or text me. That's easier and you can be sure to get a quick response, especially if you text. The syllabus has my contact information as well as the announcements on the course homepage. Just a reminder, if you do not use your Lehman email, your email will end up in my spam folder. I will not be prioritized. So use your Lehman email when communicating with me. You can also check your Brightspace regularly for any updates or announcements. Reach out early if you need clarification about anything whatsoever. Remember, I'm here to support your learning. So welcome. I'm excited to work with you this semester. Your first step, visit the Start Here module in Brightspace. Have a fantastic semester. As we begin this journey together, I encourage you to do more than simply complete assignments. Challenge yourself to think critically, ask meaningful questions, and consider how the knowledge you gain in this course can improve the health and well-being of individuals, families, and communities. My hope is that by the end of this semester, you'll not only understand the history of our profession, you'll be inspired to help shape its future.